Hi, I'm Arthur. In this episode, you'll learn how to use astrology to find the best opportunities, avoid mistakes, and develop your intuition. The most interesting part is at the end, so let's watch it together.
We've got $1 million proposition.
Where are you planning to get that kind of money? Think about the worst case scenario first.
We shouldn't relax.
You need a real action plan, several versions of it.
Thank you for the warning.
So who are you going to hire? And who's going to sell the product? Who will deal with customers?
We'll find someone.
You need people you trust there. I think she'll agree to help.
What is true Tantra and how is it different from sex? How to meet your soulmate, your divine partner. Encounter with extraterrestrials. How to get in contact with them. How do black magicians control the earth? The main weapon of the dark powers. How to deal with any life difficulties. Awakening hidden abilities and understanding the higher laws of the universe. The method of realizing any desire. Eco-village and the space of love. The ancient pagan wedding ritual and conception at the place of power. What a proper wedding should be like for a happy married life. You will find answers to all these questions in the new cartoon, Mystery, an Untold Story of Love. Here is everything you have been looking for.
Arthur and Ruslan came over to Diana's place one day.
We've got $1 million proposition for you.
Really? What kind of business are we talking about?
Pragna gave us a secret compound. It works against all diseases, cancer, AIDS, hepatitis C, everything. But we need $1 million to produce it on a large scale.
I know that formula. I've seen it work myself. It cured me and many others. But you should understand, official medicine and powerful interests behind the scenes won't allow this to happen.
Why not?
Because it would destroy the pharmaceutical industry and shut down most hospitals. There's enormous profit in keeping people sick. And there are dark forces behind all this. Forces that feed on human suffering. They don't want a healthy generation.
So what are we supposed to do?
First of all, don't call it a medicine. Release it as a dietary supplement. And don't openly claim it cures everything. Speak carefully, indirectly. Let it spread through friends, family, word of mouth. And second, I don't understand why you need that much money, $1 million.
Well, an office downtown, $200,000 or $300,000. The same for a store. And then a production facility with equipment and staff to manufacture several tons of product.
You guys don't understand business magic at all, and you're already trying to start a business. Tell me, where are you planning to get that kind of money?
We honestly don't know. Maybe take out a bank loan using real estate as collateral?
That's foolish. Business isn't built on starting capital. It's built on starting intelligence. Why do you even need an office in the first place?
I guess we just want it to look like everyone else's business, like in the movies.
That's just unnecessary showmanship, fashionable nonsense, smoke and mirrors. You don't need an office or a storefront. These days, you can sell everything online, sitting at home in front of a computer. Look at how network-based businesses work. They cut out all those pointless expenses and operate far more efficiently. And why do you even need a shop? You won't be selling huge volumes right away. Start small. Get a compact machine you can put in a garage. Produce a limited batch, sell it, and scale up gradually as demand grows. Have you even thought about advertising?
No.
That's the most important part. All your money should go into marketing. If you don't have customers, you have no business. But the advertising has to be smart, mostly online. First, build a website. Then create a network-based structure with an online store. After that, start promoting it in a way that turns customers into distributors. In advertising, your only job is to hook people, give them intrigue, make them curious enough to visit the site. For example, you could say something provocative like, "A cure for cancer or AIDS may already exist." Then on the website, explain it in detail, using stories and examples tied to this ancient remedy. And don't hire employees right away. Do everything yourselves at first. You need to understand the business from the inside, how it really works. One more thing. Study business magic, especially the star and the law of octaves. That's how you succeed. So, what are you planning to do with the profits?
I'm gonna buy myself a fancy car.
And I'll buy my mother an apartment.
What are they even teaching you at university? You're studying economics.
That kind of knowledge is completely disconnected from real life.
They don't take into account how business actually works in the post-Soviet world. Maybe those models still work in the US, but they barely work here.
So listen carefully, you would-be businessmen. At the beginning, all profits must go back into the business. First into marketing, then into the business itself, increasing production, buying equipment, expanding capacity. Only when sales grow can you start thinking about scaling. In your case, that could mean herbal teas, plant-based blends, infusions, dietary supplements, anything related to your field. Only later, much later, can you spend about 10% on yourselves. And to avoid conflicts over who gets what and who spends what, everything must be agreed on in advance. Put it in writing. Draw up a contract right away and stick to it. Many companies collapsed because partners started fighting over money. So who are you going to hire?
Well, relatives and friends.
Or beautiful girls.
You're not thinking about business again. Relatives, friends, and girls you flirt with rarely stay professional. They'll think they deserve a salary just for being there, and they'll be offended when you remind them they actually have responsibilities. You need people who want to earn money, and they should be paid a percentage of the profit. Some relatives or close acquaintances might work, but only if they're truly honest and responsible. Like Alice, for example. They should be placed in areas where theft, side deals, or cheating are possible. You need people you trust there, but they also have to be smart enough not to be fooled themselves.
No, they don't teach you that at university. We're wasting our time there.
And one more thing. Watch out for scammers. There are plenty of them. When I started in the early 90s, I decided to open my own center. One man offered me a space for free, no contract. The place wasn't renovated, so I paid for the repairs myself. Then he came back and said, "Now either pay rent as if it's a newly renovated space or move out." Turns out I renovated it for him with my own money. You always have to think about the worst-case scenario first. Too many people were raised with the mentality of stealing, grabbing what they can and disappearing. Almost no one thinks about reputation or the future. Those people are always friendly at first. It makes it easier to set you up later. I've met at least 10 like that. Husbands, fiancés, all of them asked for money, loans to use my car. And the moment they got what they wanted, or were refused, they vanished. That was my real education over 18 years. After that, I learned to trust only those who helped me when I needed it, or offered help from the heart.
Thank you for the warning. You're right. We shouldn't relax. We'll keep that in mind.
So, do you have an actual plan?
Well, in broad terms.
Or maybe we'll just figure things out as we go.
That's not good, guys. There used to be a trend for psychics and contactees. Anyone could pretend to be one. Now it's fashionable to be a businessman. Even a janitor sells his broom and thinks he's running a company. You need a real action plan, several versions of it, step by step, with worst-case scenarios and hidden risks included. If that's too hard for you right now, then go and work for other companies first. For example, one of you should work in a network marketing company to understand how sales actually work, especially with things like dietary supplements. And the other should get a job somewhere in the pharmaceutical industry, learn how products are made, how they're registered, how raw materials are purchased and stored. With just your university knowledge, you won't get very far. At best, you'll end up sweeping floors. And who's going to sell the product? Who will deal with customers?
Well, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. We'll find someone.
No, that's exactly where you're wrong. A bad salesperson can scare away every customer. A good one can sell almost anything, even without advertising. You have to find people with real talent and train the rest. Sales is a skill. A science. You need to constantly test your staff. Send people in as undercover customers. Watch how the salesperson behaves. Make sure they're not selling on the side or driving customers away. Figure out their weaknesses, and then teach them how to do better. You can install security cameras. They help with discipline. But first, you have to experience it yourself. Be a salesperson. Feel it from the inside. Understand how the whole kitchen works. The same goes for managers, the ones who negotiate contracts for raw materials, transportation, equipment. Everyone needs to be checked, and at the beginning, you need to do as much as possible yourselves and learn constantly. And this may sound strange to you, but timing matters. Astrology, favorable and unfavorable moments. If someone offers you a deal at the wrong moment, that alone can be a red flag. But you have to understand astrology properly. Cheap online horoscopes and TV psychics are useless, pure nonsense. And don't blindly trust fortune tellers either. There are plenty of charlatans. You need at least a basic understanding yourself.
So, do we need to become astrologers to run a business?
Not necessarily. There are other methods. For example, techniques that help a person access their subconscious. When you're stuck, psychologically or intellectually, you can enter a certain state and give your subconscious a task.
Is that hypnosis?
Yes, it's based on post-hypnotic suggestion. Naya will explain it to you in more detail. I think she'll agree to help.
Hello. Do you want us to select a personal practice for you so that you can go through what the heroes of our cartoon experience?
Write to us and we will help. The link is in the description.
Do you dream of true love and harmonious relationships? I invite you into a space of transformation where the secrets of real love are revealed.
At our gathering, you will walk the path toward understanding your feminine and masculine power.
You will learn the ancient secrets of love and master tantric practices and ceremonies to attract a worthy partner.
Don't miss your chance to become happy.
Find our friends through the links in the description.